Alright, so this video is more like an update on the what's it even called? Liquid, no, laquatina. I did a video about finding a laquatina to deal with this carbon deposit. Deal with carbon deposit, especially on the VC. Of course, it can also serve another engine, Peugeot engines, 4-cylinder, 3-cylinder, or whatnot. But the thing is, the VC's owners are usually the ones that experience the symptoms more, because the 4-cylinder, it hardly affects the engine that much. Of course it does, but not the way that it does with VCs, because it always misfire. Once those carbons start to deposit and becomes too much, you're always getting misfiring issue every now and then. And also the fuel injectors as well. So the fuel injector will, every once in a while, will need to be removed and cleaned up because of the bad fuel. So why I'm still searching for the laquatina, which seems not to be available in Nigeria. The only one I've seen in Nigeria so far, here in Abuja, the paint thinner, which from my research showed they are not the same. The paint thinner and laquatina are not the same. So while I'm still on that, I also discovered a good, I wouldn't call it good until I test it, but from what I've gathered from the feedback the users have posted online, there's this fuel injector cleaner or fuel system cleaner, they say, that appears to be very good. That's the STP, but this one particular one is STP Ultra, STP. So STP Ultra is the name. I think it's STP Ultra 5-in-1, something like that. From what I've gathered, it's very, very good. Not for cleaning I'm not suggesting or recommending it for cleaning the combustion chamber, even though he claims he can do that, but most of the time they don't. But I think for what I've gathered, it helps to keep the fuel injectors clean. So if you can find it, the ones I've seen here in Nigeria, yes, they have that STP, except it's not that particular. It's not the Ultra or 5-in-1 STP. If I go to most of these shopping malls, you'll find it. I think STP petrol cleaning something, and also they also have diesel. You can get it at ShopRite, Games, all those shopping malls and the rest. So I mean, because the logic behind this is, even if I eventually get the laquatina or end up using the paint thinner, it's not something you use all the time. The purpose of using that laquatina is just like every once in a while you can use it to clean off your combustion chambers, your valves, remove all those carbon deposits. And yes, I know the main reason for using it, like the first user or the first technician that recommended it, was to clean partially blocked catalytic converters. But like I said, I tested it. In fact, even the one I used was paint thinner, and realized that it's not just only the the catalytic converter, but also cleanses or get rid of carbon deposits on the valves, the combustion chambers. I know you might say, how did I know it did that? Well, from the performance of the engine, the way the engines changed, the fuel consumption dropped drastically to the point that I was wondering if it was the same vehicle, as if it had a different engine. The acceleration became much quicker, the fuel consumption dropped. So it makes only logical sense is it has cleaned up the carbon that inside the combustion chamber that was messing it up. Because even before then, the fuel injectors were thoroughly cleaned and were working well. So I knew it had nothing to do with fuel injectors, but the deposit inside the combustion chamber. So yes. So I don't know. I'm still considering if I can, but from what I've seen, the aqua tunnel cleanses better than paint thinner. So that's the one I'm still looking for. If I can't find it, maybe I may give the paint thinner another try. But like I said, there's a risk involved. When I did it after like 8 months or 6 months or thereabout, the fuel sender failed. So which could be the cause or may not be the cause. In my own case, I didn't do it the way it was recommended. You know, Scotty said you should, immediately you put it, you should take it on the highway and burn off the whole fuel. Don't leave it inside your tank. But in my own case, no, I didn't. All I did was I poured it in. I was using it just the normal daily drive. You know, I didn't. In fact, it took like 1 week before I emptied the tank inside the city, driving inside the city. So probably that was the cause. Then I spoke with the person that actually sent me that link. Who tried it and it worked for him. So he actually did the same thing I did. He didn't burn up the fuel on highway that same day or that same time he put it. So I think he said a few months later or so the fuel pump failed. So which could also be the cause. It could be that the cause of the failure of the fuel pump was the paint thinner. And since he left it inside the tank without burning it off for days, so it probably affected it, the pump. But like I said in the first video, I would rather have the fuel pump failed than have to remove my cylinder head to clean up the carbon and then change the head gasket. So to me, I would rather, fuel pump, yeah, I know most of the ones they are very cheap. Of course, even though they are not original, you can easily buy them as cheap as 5,000, 6,000. Yeah, even if it lasts you for 1 year, that's right. If you want the original, then you step up and buy 15,000. If you are changing only the pump, and if you can find it, or you buy the complete assembly, which may cost up to 40. In fact, some even cost up to 60-something thousand or more. Usually between 40-something to 60 or even 100,000, depending on the model of the vehicle, of the Peugeot car. So maybe if you want to try it, you can buy this annually fuel pump assembly. You can buy a used one, maybe like 10 to 12,000. Remove it. That's a complete assembly. Put that used one and do your test. After then, you can swap back the original one. You know, it all depends. My point is, it makes more sense that you deal with, let it burn or damage anything inside the tank, which you can easily replace than removing your cylinder head to remove the carbon, which I don't like the idea. It's not really the best thing to do, and which will cost you more, because for example V6 to change buy the two head gaskets, you are looking at about 30-something thousand, the original one, and then the job, you know, so you may end up spending close to 50,000 or more, which means after a while the carbon will come back. So what do you do every time you keep doing that to clean off the carbon? No, it doesn't make sense. I know there are other ways people do that, but in Nigeria it's not that like clean and some other things. I don't know. So I want to give you guys updates. So if you can find that STP Ultra 5-in-1, then go ahead. It's very good for what I've gathered for cleaning of injectors. I think it makes more sense every time you add fuel more than 20 liters or 30 liters or more. Just put it in the fuel tank and you keep your injectors clean, so I won't be getting all these misfires. Alright, that's all for this video.